Hearts and Bullets, The Woman in the Book Cover, an online romance novel written by Sharon Rose.
Chapter 5. 5 years ago, Maxim surveyed the island that their ship had docked after a few weeks of voyage in the sea. They sailed off from Brazil, and their next destination was a city in the southern part of the Philippines that he'd never heard of in his life. Even the Philippines was a random country to him. It was his first time to be in this island nation. He'd been working on a ship as an officer for the last 10 years, but he'd mostly sailed in Europe and the United States. But as war broke out in his country, Ukraine, he had difficulty getting permits and his papers processed in the usual route he sailed, and so he tried a new easier route. This time, he signed a 4-month contract to work on a huge cargo ship that carried an assortment of products for every destination they're bound to dock. The ship carried tons of corn, wheat, coal, oil and natural gas. Their destination was South America and Asia. And right now they just docked in the port of Davao City, where they had to unload tons of corn from Brazil. The corn he believed would be processed into chicken feeds and other related agricultural products by the large factories operating in the area. He was done with work for the day, and after weeks in the ocean, he would like to disembark from the ship and explore the land. He was looking forward to seeing some spots in the city during the time he was off from work. He had 2 days to spare for that purpose. He liked what he saw from the ship. The place they docked into was beautiful. The island that was adjacent to the city that he could see from the ship had nice beaches and resorts. The city itself was thriving, with bountiful trees and beautiful nature. Well, how about the women? He couldn't help but wonder. After more than a month working on the ship with his bearded male colleagues, it would be a pleasant treat to see lovely women for a change. He fished for his phone in his pocket and opened a dating app. He was curious to see what the women looked like in this part of the world. And his best bet to do that with just a swipe of a finger was through a dating app. He swiped through faces that did not catch his attention. He came from a country with really beautiful women, so he had high standards, and he couldn't help but compare. Slavic women were known to be one of the most beautiful women in the world, and Ukraine had a lot. He was about to stop scrolling through so-so profiles when he finally saw a photo that piqued his interest. That of a woman with a Mona Lisa smile but with a sparkle in her eyes. Beautiful, he thought. He checked her other photos. She had a photo with a sheep in her hands where her smile was adorable. Another photo showed her on a beach, wearing a sexy monokini with a long skirt. She looked elegant and alluring. Very beautiful, he murmured as he swiped left and silently hoped to get a match. He was a little disappointed when he didn't get a match right away. But well, maybe she would swipe left too anytime soon and that they would match. He could wait for that. He slid his phone back in his pocket and left the deck to go to his cabin. He was tired and he badly wanted to hit the bed and call it a day.
Please like and subscribe for more stories.